So I can already tell this is gonna be a different sort of hike. Get to start with a fun, closed road walk here at Bogachiel State Park to get into Olympic National Park. So excited! What is this magical place? Look at that bench. Frogs everywhere. Banana slugs everywhere. Mushrooms everywhere. Ferns everywhere. Moss everywhere. Giant trees everywhere. Water everywhere. Ooh, step. Well built trail. But all the abundance doesn't make it any less amazing. Little tiny. Frogs. This is the rope-assisted climb. And there's round 2 of the rope trail. Here's a leaf just hanging out midair because we're in a magical place. So I'm camping. I finally saw my first people of the day, and they recommended that I camp here rather than look for the possible spot that is further ahead. So I'm camped near some nice water. So here is the 15-mile shelter. Never seen one of these before. This is the Hayak shelter. It looks much nicer for sleeping in, although I would rather just be in this lovely area. First full day on the trail today. I started at Bogachiel yesterday, if that wasn't clear. Slept really well last night. What's really interesting is because this is so forested, it is incredibly dark at night. Much different than being in a high alpine area. Anyone recognize that footprint? So, what I know about that trek is that it's probably a mountain lion. That it's from the last 24 hours because the locals said that yesterday morning it rained a lot. So if it were older than that, it would have been washed away. And it was pointed the other direction. So hopefully she's not headed this way. Or she's behind me, hunting me. How is this real? So you really can't have arachnophobia on this trail because there's spider webs, like big spider webs. Across it. What? Here's our well camouflaged friend. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. So I spent the first half of the morning ascending and hoping that the clouds will clear off and I'll get some amazing views today. Currently, no views, except for blueberries everywhere. My speed has dropped greatly since entering blueberry zones. Hey, bear. You eat those berries over there. I'll eat these berries over here. Sounds fair, right? No one will convince me that trash bag on the outside isn't better than liner bag on the inside. Because I just put too much stuff on the outside of my bag and I want to keep it all dry. Sometimes I do think, how is it that this is what I do for fun now? It's pretty great though. All I'm gonna say about Olympic National Hot Springs is that it's terrible and no one should ever come here. this awesome Egyptian print sweater that I just found on trail. I'm gonna carry it up. I'm at Appleton Pass. And here's the view from Appleton Pass. Hooray. Here is the gorgeous Elwha River. Oh, the sun is trying to come out. Blue sky, a little bit. So I went into Port Angeles yesterday because it turned out that one of my new JMT friends was going to be in the area. And also weirdly, like all of my electronics have been zapped of power, like at half, or like at twice the rate. So to be safe, I wanted to recharge everything. And I wanted a few more snacks too. So spent the day with my friend. It was awesome. And also stayed at a motel, chilled out. And it was good. Port Angeles needs your economic support, so go visit it. This is Michael's cabin. It really feels like there is no one else out here. I have not seen anyone today yet. I love these sections of forest where the floor is just totally covered in moss. One of my favorite things about backpacking is that you meet such interesting people. And I had dinner last night with the packers of these llamas, and now I know so much more about llamas, and it's so interesting. Could be my new career. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and wild blueberries are amazing, and their flavor profile is really unique. It's obviously got some blueberry flavor, but it's also extremely floral, like almost melony or grapey. And occasionally you'll also find some that have a sweet green kale flavor to them with no bitterness. It's amazing. It's a big burn zone on the way up to Hayden Pass. Also, Washington views. So here I am at Hayden Pass, and maybe someday I'll see Mount Olympus. So I just ran into a woman who clarified huckleberries versus blueberries for me. And the easiest way to tell is that the berry grows up on a huckleberry out of the leaves, whereas a blueberry it'll grow down under. So I've been eating a lot of both. I feel so much more kinship for bears now because I too just want to walk through the forest and eat as many berries as possible to get ready for winter hibernation. Sounds amazing. So it's actually clear today, and of course I'm headed into the Deswallops River Valley, where I won't have views of the mountains, but that's okay. So last night was definitely my coldest night on trail, really this summer. And there was a little bit of frost on parts of the ground. And I started hiking today with my fleece layer on, which almost never happens. I almost never hike with a down layer on. It has to be insanely cold for that. Oh look, a break in the clouds. Will I have a view at the top of the pass? Okay, I kind of get why it's called Mount Olympus. It does feel rather godlike. Whoa, made it to the top of Constance Pass. Definitely can't see Rainier in that direction, but the clouds have made for some really beautiful views of Olympus. So I'm very happy. Here's a neat little wind shelter. This is awesome. Well, we've got a little break in the clouds, so here's looking to the east from Constance Pass. So, another clear morning as I descend into my final river valley to get back to my car. Just a few more miles, but all the day hikers that I've run into have all told me that I'm getting out at just the right time because there's a huge storm coming in tomorrow. So back with my girl Robin, and a few thoughts on this trail is that it would be a really great section of the PNT to do to test yourself out if you like or if you want to try doing a long through hike, because you will get a lot of different weather. You will definitely have to test your rain gear You've got some good climbs, but then some nice cruisy flat sections to make you feel good. Hot spring, option to go into Port Angeles, which is a really good idea to resupply if you need anything. And it's really beautiful. So highly recommend this little section hike.